Hi there. I wanted to take a couple minutes to show you around how you can edit a page using the Applos Web Builder. So to get there, you're going to click Marketing, Web Builder, Pages and Menu. So here is a site that I have started to build. We have a 5-step builder tool that can help you in 5 easy steps, probably 3 minutes or less, get a template going for your site. Then you can edit any of these pages to make them your own. So we have another resource on that. Feel free to check it out. It's super helpful. We also have a resource on the components of this page and how they can be used. So check that out too. But right now I want to go over showing you how you can edit a page and the different options that you have available. So you can get to the page that I'm going to show you by either clicking edit or clicking this green plus button and clicking add a new page. So I am going to edit a page that I've already started creating. So I click that edit button and it takes me here to this page where I can edit anything on here. So I can change my text, say something different. I can, any of the button options that you have available, you can edit to put the right information. So these social buttons, you'd put your social media information. These buttons here, you can link to different pages of your website so that if they click learn more, it might pop them into your About Us page, something like that. Other components are these buttons that you'll see in different content sections. So here I can click this to edit my image, and then I can click this wrench icon to edit the settings of this component. So if I want to upload a different picture, I can do that by clicking the camera image. If I want to change things around, you can do that by clicking here. So you can change the background to make it kind of change the way that it looks, and then you can change the style to like change the text around. You can make the area larger, smaller with the content size. The position can move it up, down, left, right, diagonal, things like that. And then image allows you to change that a bit to change the overlay, change position, things like that. So you'll have that on every component. You'll also have these options here, which basically move the whole thing up, down, makes changes the position of the actual component. So this was at the very top of my page, but I just moved it down a block by clicking down. Clicking bottom is going to move it to the very bottom of your page. So you can also change the height, things like that. You can delete it, which will completely remove this component. I have another component down here. So this is a second component that I can edit separately. So those are some edit options from each component on your page. You'll also see that you can set your shortcut. So that is going to be this back half of your URL, or back less than half of your URL. So if I click edit, I can change it to something different. It'll default to like a page number. So if you change it, it just kind of cleans things up a little bit. If you ever wanted to share your URL, then if you wanted to share your home page specifically, then you'd be sharing mynonprofit.applos.org/home instead of /page 152 or something like that. So that is another option here. You can add a description. Changing this page name is not going to change it on your menu. You actually need to do that from your pages and menu page, but you can change the page there. You can click over to edit any of your other pages by clicking menu there. You can get back to your pages and menu page by clicking manage pages. You can save and publish as you keep going, save without publishing, which is going to put it in your unpublished versions, or you can cancel, which is going to not save any of your work and just cancel the progress. So any of these text boxes, you can move them, you can get into HTML, you can edit the text, all of that in any of these text box options. So looking at, oh, sorry, one more thing here. When you're in text, you can, you're going to have this toolbar here that kind of gives you options as well. So whether you change the justification, change the font, add a link, all of that, you can do it. You're going to have this toolbar show whenever you click on a text option. So if I wanted to add more options, I have these 4 buttons here on my top left. Clicking this plus button is going to add or give me options for different components that I can add to my page. So these are more designed, so you'll see it defaults you here to this header option. So these might be options that you use for like the top fold of your page. So here is one of them. That is this guy here. So if you click on any of these, it's going to pop it onto your page at the bottom. Now remember, if I click this wrench icon, I can move it to the top. Now it is above what I had already put here. So clicking on any of these is going to add it straight to your page. If you clicked on it by accident and didn't intend to add that to your page, you just click X. Are you sure you want to? I'm sure I want to. And then I'm back to what I had before. So you've got a lot of different options here. These quick start options are a little bit more designed than these simple start options. So I'll show you those in just a minute, but you have a bunch of header options that you can add that are already designed. You can change out the picture if you want to, change the text, of course, to fit your organization, but just kind of gives you a really good starting point to just make a clean, nice looking website. Here, clicking photos, you have options to add photo galleries. So different images to maybe highlight things that your nonprofit does. Maybe you are a missionary organization, so you want to show different places that your missionaries have visited. If you threw an event, you might want to highlight that. So different things, different photo options available here to kind of start photo pages or galleries. Keep in mind that like if you see blocks of 3 images, you can't add a 4th or delete one image to now only have 2. These are fabricated, I'll say. So they are templates that aren't totally adjustable except for like changing your text, changing the images. So find one that fits best and you'll be able to utilize that. Profile is a good option for like if you want to highlight your staff, who they are, who are the people that drive our mission forward. You can add those there. So let me show you. I have a team page, Meet the Team. So here they are, the 3 people who make it happen at my nonprofit. So if you had more, let's edit. Let's say I have more than 3, I have 6. So I'm going to go back to profile, find the same. Here they are. Here's 3 more blocks. So I could get rid of this text so that I can bring it up a little bit more. Here's 3 more people on my team. Or if you had 6, they have options to show more at a time. So here's 4, you could do that. You could do different blocks like this that lets you kind of highlight a little bit of like give a bio of who they are a little bit more, where these are more just kind of like here's your name and here's your social media. So you might want to tell a little bit more about who your team members are. So you have those options in a few of these different blocks here. And then this more button gives you a lot more. So some of these might not be specific to a nonprofit or a church, like maybe not everybody has products or services, but you guys might have different ways that you can utilize. So you can't sell directly from these pages. You'd have to link like a PayPal button or something like that. You might show like quotes of people who have benefited from your nonprofit, or if you have a page that you're working on, you might want to kind of nail it down, but let people know that more information is coming soon. So here's different options like we're building it, so hang tight, something like that. A contact us page is always a good thing. You can give people ways that they can reach out to you. So whether that's by providing your address, social media, phone number, email, things like that. And then a footer that you can have on the page as well. So you'll have different footer options, which might be a replacement of the contact us page, but you might have a contact us page and a footer on each page just so that you're really getting your information out there. So those are the quick start options. Let me show you the simple start options. These are a little bit more not as designed, I guess you could say. So it's a lot more of an image with text. So you can change out this image, where these might be images that you might want to keep. So here you might have an image that you're wanting to share with everyone. So you can paste that bad boy in there and then change out the picture. Change the text, of course, because not everyone can read Latin. So here's, again, we went through these different tool options. So you can add those in and kind of work off of those options. So a slider is going to let people rotate through multiple images by clicking the forward or backward button. A video, you can embed a video behind text or to the left or right of text. Have some text on the video, no text on the video, things like that. And then custom, we recommend that you have a bit of HTML knowledge to use these, because it's like you're building it with HTML. So for all of you who, like me, aren't as versed in HTML, I'd recommend you stick with these options or these options, and utilize somebody who maybe knows a little bit more about code for these custom options. So those are some of the components that you can add to get started and like start designing your site. I'm going to show you another section. Get rid of this too because I don't have 6. So here are other page components that you can add. There's a sort menu here to kind of help you narrow down, because right now it's just going to kind of default. And then you can click all to see every single option that you could add. But let me show you one thing. Actually, let me go to my donate page, this one. Nope, picked the wrong page. Sorry about that. Donation page. Okay, so I started this page out by adding one of these options. I think it was one of these options here. And then I had a button. Or excuse me, it did not have a button. I added this button, and I did this by adding an Applos donation widget. So on my Applos donation widget, I copied the code, which basically made this button. So I clicked this HTML option, and here's my code block that added the button. So let me show you. I took it out. Okay, it disappeared. Oh no, let me put it back. Paste it back, and this is the code that I got from my donation widget page. Save it. Oh, boo. Sorry about that. There it is. Here's my button back. So when I click on my button, I'm going to cancel that just in case I accidentally broke it, but when I click on my button, there's my widget. Easy as that, super easy and clean. They never have to leave your website. There's your button. So that is kind of how you can utilize this little HTML guy right here. You click on it, there's your HTML, click on it again and it closes it. Okay, sorry, I got a little bit sidetracked on that. So now let me go back to this where I was going to show you a different button option, one that does not require HTML. So I click buttons and here's different buttons that I can add. So if I wanted to click this button, you just take it and drag it on over. Now, one thing to keep in mind, I wish I could point here, but do you see that gray line that's showing there? Now it's moved down, now it's up. See it? Wherever that gray line goes is where your button's going to drop. So I wish I could point to show you more, but I'll have to use my words for now. So if I let go right here, here's how, get rid of that. It put my button right between my header language and then my text here. So here's my button. I can center it if I wanted to. Oops, sorry, that's my text. I can move it around if I grab it like that. So maybe I can't center it. I can edit it by putting in my URL here. So you can change the language here to say, if you don't want it to say by now, let's say you wanted to direct you to a page to give more information about the organization, learn more, and then you're going to paste your link in here, but get rid of that hashtag. So then put your link to whatever page and click OK. Oh, my button went away. Sorry, because I didn't put a link in there. Let me try this again. Let me grab one of my pages over here. Get my URL. There we go. Okay. Now let me go back and add that button so I can show you. Okay, here I'm clicking here. I want to choose a button here. I want to put it right there. Close that. Edit my button and say learn more and paste my URL there. Now here you can say to open it in a new window, so that would mean that they'd kind of get a new tab here. So I'm just going to let them get to it from here, and then I'm going to click Save and Publish. So now let's view it on the web. Click View Web. Here's my website. Click Learn More, and it's going to take me to my page, the Who We Are page, our history. So that is how you would link that button there. So again, you're going to get the button from here, choose buttons or whichever type of component you want to add, and then drag and drop it. And wherever you see that gray line moving around, that's where it'll drop it for you. So there's a ton of options here. Just different types of options, some that are similar than what were available here in the more design version. So these you can tweak a little bit more, design them more yourself. So that is how you can utilize those components for your page. One more thing is this font changes your typography across this page. So you can change the way that your text looks by following any of these design options. So if you wanted maybe a little bit more modern font or a little bit more of like a whimsical font, you can choose one of these. So let's click this, and did you see it? Totally changed this text here. So that's how you can change the text over your page. If I want to do that, now my text is totally different. So this is page specific. It's not going to change it for your each page of your site. So just keep that in mind. But you can change that typography for your pages here. It only changes the typography. It's not going to also include the image. So just keep that in mind as you utilize this feature. So that is how you can edit a page. There's a lot of components to it. So hopefully this little overview kind of helped point some of those things out for you so that you can learn a little bit more about really making these pages your own, highlighting who you are as a nonprofit or a church. Hopefully that was helpful. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to our support team. We are here and happy to help. You can email us at support@aplos.com. You can also get to us by phone or the little chat bubble that you'll see. Let me get to it. It'll be on all of your pages. So right here, any page that you click through Aplos, if you click here, you can send us a message to get more information or ask questions, that sort of thing. We have some other resources available too about WebBuilder. So if you want to check those out, they are in our support center, which you can get to our support center by clicking here. Just type in WebBuilder and you'll see some resources. So hopefully that helped. Thanks for joining me. And if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of us.